Welcome to another episode of Dexter's Diary. What's up? Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving and moving forward, an exponential amount of joy coming towards you for the end of the year, moving into 2019. With the year almost over, and I don't know how you guys feel, but for me, like, the end of the year is just like a rebirth. I'm in fetus mode, and as soon as the clock turns, 12:01, I'm like, rebirth. I'm in here, and I just really enjoy that, and I go in with such fervor every year. However, the past 3 years have proved that I had a lot more work to do, and this year especially proved that I had a lot more work to do for myself. But I feel like I'm doing a lot better. I feel like I'm in a really good place, and I feel like I can do so much better for next year, knowing everything that I've learned these past 3 years. What I do want to talk about today, though, is not really all that. I want to talk about, because the year we're going into a new year, I want to talk about belief. And I feel like something that all of us struggle with, and it's something that is prevalent across the board, whether negating culture, negating race, sex, so on and so forth. Like, belief is a strong thing. It can really propel you forward, and lack of it can really diminish anything that you're trying to do. And it's something that I know I struggle with, and I have my personal like in my head cheerleading squad, and then people will tell me things that I'm like me, and I'm still working on how to take a compliment, and it's not about low self-esteem or anything like that. I think it's just being aware of how people view you. And for me, I think it's so much easier for me to see other people's strengths and pioneer them and push them and be like, yeah, you can do, like, I see these things, I can put this whole thing together for you. But when people see my strengths, I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's something that's kind of hard for me to digest. But going into 2019 is something that I want to work on and really hone and really become stronger. And it's my belief in myself, because I do, regardless of anything that's ever happened in my life, I've always felt like I can do better. I've always felt like I will do better. It's just a matter of, am I going to actually do this stuff? And a lot of things, I have so many ideas, so many thoughts, and I'm sure a lot of people do, like, so many things, and then something to come in and be like, can you really do that? Should you really do that? And I'll lose momentum when it's a wonderful freaking idea. And even if it's not a wonderful idea, I still won't know, because I haven't like piloted it. I haven't pushed it through. I haven't put any gas behind it. And it's something that I've, even starting this channel, you get caught up in, oh, everyone has channels. Like, what am I going to say that's going to be different from what anyone else has to say? And I don't think that's really up for me to decide, or anyone else, or, okay, let me rephrase that. I don't think it was up for me to decide if what I had to say was different from anyone else. I think it was up for my audience to decide whether they felt like I said anything more relevant to them than anyone else that they were listening to. And it's like, you go to the grocery store, you'll have like 500 different companies selling the same thing, but some might be tweaked a little bit different. Some might be sweeter, some might be spicier, some might be no spice. Some things have wheat, some things are white bread, some things are honey bread. Like, it doesn't stop them from selling it. And that's how I feel about anything that I'm going to be doing moving forward in my life. And that's something that I want to impress upon you guys. Like, it doesn't matter if 500 people are doing it. Put your product out there. Like, everyone has products that they are fans of and they patronize. And just like we have people on YouTube or Instagram or whatever social media outlet that you choose, or just on TV, fans, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, there's Beyonce, but there's also Jill Scott. There's so many different artists, and they all bring their own different tweak to it. And if they just felt like, oh, I won't be able to do it because there's no space for me, we would never be able to hear the music that they make, and that comes to us and enriches our lives in different parts of our life. You know what I mean? So that was something that I struggled with before I even started this channel, because I was like, oh, like, who's gonna listen to me? And do I really have something to say? Or is this just something in my head? Or, you know, so many different things that impede on your belief in yourself. And most of it, 90% of it is you. 90% of it is me. Because the people in your circle who are really down for you are gonna be like, go ahead and do it. And if it's a horrible idea, people will try to tell you like, oh, well, you can tweak it this way and this, that, and third. Be open to constructive criticism. Also, don't always think that people are telling you no because they hating on you. Excuse me. That's not always the case. Consider the source. You know, use discernment when you're dealing with other people. At the end of the day, though, ultimately, I'm excited. Ultimately, the decision is yours to make. But don't down yourself in that. You know, don't drown in your insecurities. Don't drown in your disbelief of yourself. There's always going to be some doubt. My biggest thing is minimizing my doubt from like 50% to about 20%, 15%. You know, like, just so that I'm just not out here willy-nilly pushing shit and it doesn't even make sense. It's not even anything that, you know, someone would use. Like, so that you have to have some type of discernment in how you push your material or whatever you choose to do. But that's my thing for 2019 is to be stronger in my belief in myself and in my abilities and my capabilities and the things that I want to do. Like, it doesn't matter who's doing it. Like, I think Monday, Super Scent. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Super Scent, but she does the crayon case, and she created her own makeup brand, and she just became a millionaire. And, you know, there's 1,000 makeup brands. I wear a lot of makeup. I enjoy it. I buy a lot of makeup. And there was a point in time when I wanted to make makeup, you know, put out a brand for myself. And then the thought was like, there's already all these brands that are well developed and da-da-da-da. And she came out and she did it. And I'm so, first of all, she's a sister. So I'm so happy about that. But it's that belief, you know, like, you know what? Bump that. It doesn't matter who's doing it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to do it my way and do it the best way I know how. And that's really what I want to push forward in 2019. And I feel like a lot of us have so many great ideas and we just keep talking ourselves off the ledge. And it's just like, yo, we're not getting any younger. We're not getting any more time. Like, you either live this life the way you want to live it or you don't live at all. Like, jump. Just jump. And look, whether you hit the pavement or whether you fly, you will learn so many things in that transition. You know, like, it is what it is. Everything is not always going to be a hit, but you can come back to the drawing board and see where you messed up and see what you can fine tune and start all over again. Or come back to the drawing board and be like, all right, this didn't work, but I got 100 more ideas out here. Like, just believe. And then back up the belief with some action. That's the thing, right? So it's just like, yeah, you can get the car. You got the keys. You know how to drive. But are you going to put gas in the car? Because if you ain't got no gas, where you going? Like, it's just sitting there. So you can have an ill-ass car, whatever car of your dream is. I know what mine is, but whatever car of your dream is, and it have no gas, which doesn't make any sense. So you might as well just be walking. So that's where I'm at, right? I got the car, I got the keys, and now I gotta put gas in it. And it's not like I got one car, I got a bunch of freaking cars. So I got a bunch of gas I gotta put into this shit. And so it's like, I've always said this, and this is something that I hold true to me. Like, when I die, I want to die on E. And I don't know how I'm gonna get to E, but I don't know what's going on with my tongue. What? Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna get to E, but it's gonna be a hell of a journey, and that's just how I feel about it. And I'm gonna put everything I have into everything I want to do, because what else is there? What else is there? You can work for so many companies, you can have the best resume, you can do all this stuff, but are you happy? When you're looking at other people pushing products or projects and doing all these different things, and you're like, yo, that could have been me. I could have done that. Like, you want to be a ballerina? Be a fucking ballerina. Like, so what? There's a market for everything. Do you realize how much expansion there is? Look, if you look back to when our parents were growing up, and the things that they didn't have, the opportunities that they didn't have, like, we have like several different categories for sexuality. We have several different categories for sex, period, as in male, female, and then add some more into that. We never had this stuff before. We have plus size models in places that we didn't have before. Like, people are forging through in so many categories that we didn't even think were even a category to think of. You know what I mean? Like, I know I could have put that in a different way, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. And it's just like, look at all this. Like, there's room for you. There's room for me. There's room for all of us. Like, and this is not for those of you who are not that, that's fine. It's this, then this is not for you. Believe in whatever you want to believe in, and if that's the box that you want to stay in, that's fine. For those of us who don't want to be in a box, for those of us who like pentagons and isosceles triangles and whatever obtuse shit that you can come up with, there's a place for you. Like, this puzzle is huge, and we're still finding different pieces that didn't seem to fit before that fit amazingly now. And even if it doesn't fit, you can kind of, I don't know if you've ever done a puzzle, but you know how you kind of like push it in? Like, fuck it. It's part of the picture now. This is it. Like, there's a melee of fabulousness going on, and we can be a part of that. Like, work on your belief in yourself. Put that gas in that car. Get that journey popping, and do what you have to do for you. That's really what it comes down to. You know, like, there's so many things that we can be bogged down with. I look at other generations, and they talk shit about this generation. They talk shit about the generation coming after. But some of it I feel is based in jealousy, because these are things that they couldn't do back then. Yeah, we had, they were burning bras back then, and now, like, we ain't even wearing bras anymore. Like, you can lop off your titties and become a man. Like, there's so many different things. I'm not telling you to do that, but if that's your thing, fine. But I'm just saying, like, what wasn't available before is now plenty. Don't be stagnant in your life. Don't allow yourself to talk yourself out of your dream. And it's something that is, like I said, it's the most challenging, because at night when everything is done and there's nobody around, this voice that replays like, yo, what am I doing? Am I crazy? Should I even be doing this? Da, 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 da. Like, this voice is the most prominent voice in your head. And it's also the biggest voice that can be your cheerleader. Don't talk yourself off the ledge. If anything, you should be talking in reverse. Like, yo, just jump. Like, you know, get excited about your life. Get excited about who you are. Get excited about what you bring to the table. Even if your vision is something that no one else sees, no one else understands in your circle, because there's a whole world out there, and somebody's gonna like it. Somebody's gonna love it. A bunch of people, like, I live in the United States, but you have people in China, you have people in Japan, you have people in Africa, you have people in Australia. Like, there's a whole world out there of people who like different things. And so when you're a product of your environment and you're stuck in this particular environment, even still though, like, there's the internet. Like, if you go into your Play Store or your I don't know what Apple got, but I'm an Android girl. But, like, they have apps where you could just connect with different people across the world. Like, just swipe, and if you want to have a conversation, this person could be in West Bubblefuck Bush, I don't know, Bush 11207, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you can have a whole conversation with them. It's a whole different, there's so many different cultures out there. Someone's going to receive it. Someone's going to see you. Someone's going to champion for you. Someone's going to cheerlead. Someone's going to buy your product. Someone is going to be like, yo, we need to put this shit on the big screen. Whatever it is, your belief in yourself going to 2019 is going to be the thing that propels you forward or holds you back. What do you got to lose? Push it to the limit. That's my regular song. Like, when I'm working out, that's my shit. Like, I'll put that shit on and I'm like going hard as hell. And that's gonna be my theme song. And I think it's pretty much gonna be my alarm clock song for the rest of the year. Like, wake up and be like, just push it to the limit. Like, whatever you got. And there's 24 hours in a day, yeah, but your mind is infinitely way longer than that. I'm sure you have great ideas. I'm sure you have something you want to do. If it's a screenplay, write the screenplay. If it's a book, write the book. Somebody's going to read it. Like, people are self-publishing. There's so many different avenues. Like, there's so many different ways this thing can play out. And you'll never know if you don't do it. So that's my talk today. Thank you for coming to my Dex talk. Just do what you gotta do, man. Believe in yourself, because, like, nothing's promised, but nothing's gained either if you don't do it. That's it. I love you guys. I gotta go to work, so I holla. Bye, baby.